This NHIAA 2017 Division III state track meet at Winnisquam High School in Tilton, New Hampshire was played on a relatively nice Saturday afternoon. The day was long and warm, but conditions were close to perfect, as over 1,000 athletes, coaches, family members, and friends came out to compete and represent their school. The day began with field events, so let's start off with the boys. For javelin, Berlin's Joey Fodder took home the top award with a distance of 166 feet and 2 inches, while Campbell's Nate Bezzochi and Spencer Snell tied for second with a tied distance of 153 feet and 8 inches. Moving on now to the triple jump. Bow's Mike Perry came in first with a distance of 41 feet and 8 1/4 inches, and local Stevens Cardinals senior Ethan Sweet placed second with 41 feet and 6 1/2 inches. Now to the high jump. Hopkinton's Kevin McGrath took home top honors when he elevated over the 6-foot bar. Steve Walker from Fall Mountain placed second with a height of 5 feet and 10 inches. Now to the long jump. Campbell's Trevor Gomes topped the boys with a distance of 20 feet 7 inches, while again Ethan Sweet from Stevens placed in the top 3 with a third place finish in a distance of 19 feet and 6 3/4 inches. Newport Tiger Peter Tebow placed third in both the discus with a distance of 131 feet and 1 inch, and in the shot put with 45 feet and 7 inches. And now finally to the pole vault. Kearsarge took home the top 2 spots, with Grant Croft coming in first with a height of 12 1/2 feet, and with John Cunningham coming in second with a height of 11 1/2 feet. Fall Mountain Stuart Latham placed third with a height of 11 feet. Now let's change things over to the girls. Bow senior Dominic Byron came out on top for both the high jump and long jump, and Monadnock's Chloe Page came in third in the long with a distance of 11 feet and 7 1/2 inches. For discus, Lydia Randall from Monadnock blew away her competition as she finished first with a distance of 111 feet and 6 inches, 9 feet farther than the second place finisher. And she also came in first for the shot put with a distance of 34 feet and 5 1/2 inches. And last but not least, the pole vault. Fall Mountain's Ava Mitchell finished in first with a height of 9 feet, while Bow's Laura Hoker came in third. Moving on now to the running event finals. First up were the hurdles. On the boys' side for the high hurdles, Belmont's Eli Allman came in first, followed by Portsmouth Christian's Fiston Kapongo in second and Monadnock's Levi Bassingwaite in third. For the 300-meter hurdles, it was again Bassingwaite, but this time he came in first. Moving on to the relay races. For the 4x100 meter, it was a finish of Bow in first, Belmont in second, Kearsarge in third, and Monadnock in fourth. And for the 4x400 meter relay, Belmont came out on top, followed by Monadnock, Prospect Mountain, and Kearsarge. The Newport Tigers finished in 6th. And finally for the 4x800 meter relay, Interlakes finished first with Monadnock coming in second and Kearsarge finishing third. And finally, let's check out the meter dashes. Beginning with the 100, Newmarket's Joe Dakota came in first with a time of 11 1/2 seconds, followed by Bow's Brian Bushnell and Monadnock's Eddie O'Brien. Alex Calpagian and Gavin Magestro finished 4th and 7th for Kearsarge. For the 800 meter run, Interlakes Ian Daly came in first with a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds, while Monadnock's James Elmore finished second with Fall Mountain's Matthew Manwaring and Kearsarge's Hunter Burns finishing 6th and 7th. And for the 3,200 meter run, Massenic's Jake Movesian came in first by a whopping 28 seconds. Kearsarge's Andrew Shepard finished 5th. And now to the girls running event finals. In the 100 meter hurdles, Monadnock's Claire Russell finished first by almost 1 1/2 seconds. Mount Royal sophomore Rhett Solomon came in 5th. And in the 300 meter hurdles, Bow's Dominic Byron came out on top, beating Monadnock's Russell by less than a second. Solomon also again finished 5th for the Mount Royal Knights. Moving on to the relay races. In the 4x400 meter, it was again Guilford coming out on top, with Monadnock finishing in second. And in the 4x800 meter relay, Belmont placed first overall. Kearsarge was able to grab 1 point by placing 5th, with Fall Mountain coming in 7th and Sunapee finishing 8th. And last but not least, the girls' meter dashes. In the 100, Claire Russell came out on top for Monadnock by 6/100ths of a second, Fall Mountain's Madison Parrott came in second and Bow's Byron finished third. In the 200-meter, Parrott for Fall Mountain avenged her close loss in the 100s and came out on top with a time of 26.94 seconds. Russell for Monadnock finished fifth with Kearsarge's Maddie Nielsen coming in seventh. In the 1600-meter run, Kearsarge freshman Maya Doobie turned a lot of heads when she finished first. Her teammate Maggie Lee came in seventh. And for the 3200-meter run, Belmont's Alice Riley came out on top by almost 20 seconds. She was followed by Monadnock's Joelle Lafreniere. When everything was all tallied up, the Monadnock Huskies were crowned champion, with the boys coming out on top for the first time since 2011. They managed to just beat second place finisher Belmont 63-59. And the girls won their fifth straight title as they beat out second place finisher White Mountains with a score of 85-70. The Kearsarge boys finished fourth overall with 44 points, while Newport came in 12th with 16 and Fall Mountain and Stevens tied for 14th with 15 points. On the girls' side, Fall Mountain finished 5th with 43 points, Kearsarge came in 8th with 21, Sunapee placed 14th with 10, Stevens was tied for 15th with 6, and Mount Royal Academy placed 18th with Rhett Solomon scoring her school's 4 points.
Hey, Huskies on 3! 1, 2, 3! Huskies!